Hey guys, welcome to BLONITY. First, my little disclaimer, this is no financial advice, my own opinion and estimates. My estimates could be completely wrong. Don't trust, always verify, understand the numbers, be aware of scammers, and you know the best how to invest your money. Please be aware that I'm invested in Hive Blockchain, Argo Blockchain, Bitfarms, H8, KR1, DeepG Blockchain, and DigiHost. Okay, let's jump right into it. So no big news right now. So everyone is waiting, I think, for the next week for the Coinbase IPO and hopefully for the breakout here out of this ascending triangle here. So yeah, it would be nice to break to the upside. I mean, I don't know it. Some people argue that it looks a little bit like the pattern as when we broke the 20K here down here. So we had this ascending triangle, and when we break the 20,000 here in December, it was the December 15th, so it feels like it's 2 years ago, but it's only 3 or 4 months, so it's not far away. Then we had a nice rise here of, let's measure this. This was wrong. Let's do it again. 112% or so. So if we get this one, this would catapult us to more than 100,000. I don't say this happen, but if we break to the upside, I think there's a lot of energy now stored. But please keep in mind that we also can break here to the downside. That would be very hard for the crypto stocks, I think. I think with the Coinbase IPO and so on, I think there's a good chance that we get this leg up here. We will see. Also, you can see that the volume here is decreasing since January. So that's also very interesting. Usually when you have this consolidation phase and the volume is going down, when you get this breakout, you have a huge spike in volume here. Also, we can see that the RSI here on the daily is consolidating and is moving in this narrowing triangle here. That's very interesting. You can see the MACD here is very flat right now, so I think everyone is waiting for Bitcoin to choose a direction. The crypto stocks are all a little bit in red today. No big moves here right now. Only one which is very good performing right now is Galaxy Digital. So they are the only one which are very consistent here. Also, Integrated Ventures here today 40%. They had a huge drop here, but it seems like could be the bottom here now, who knows. Yes, okay guys, so I mean today there are no really big news or something like this, so let's don't try to make big news out of nothing. So let's talk a little bit about data. So this is my portfolio right now. So you can see I'm very big in miners. And that's why I'm red this month here, -6%, and this week -1%. So it's time now for my portfolio to make a move to the upside. I was holding patiently here, and today I was increasing DigiHost. I sold a little bit of KR1 because I think the next leg up will be more Bitcoin than altcoins. This is just my opinion because altcoins had the run last week. And often when Bitcoin follows, a lot of money is moving back into Bitcoin, at least for the short term, or that's my opinion, or I hope this will play out. I don't know. I sold a little bit of Hive because they were higher than the others. And DigiHost was so cheap right now. I mean, it's dropping so much, and you know that I was investing in DigiHost, so I averaged down here. I bought more of DigiHost. We will see how this plays out. And I will show you in a few seconds why I'm buying more DigiHost right now. But you can see I'm here diversified. Most of this is in miners, so I really need now some movements here. So I think the miners, they're waiting with some news or so for Bitcoin to make a move, because right now I think you can announce that you bought like 10 exahash for next week or so, and it will nothing happen. This is when the sentiment is not here. Let's talk a little bit about data. I post all these data here every day on my Patreon, or the most of the days. Today I will show you here on YouTube a little bit more here. So we have the market caps here. From Hive Blockchain, approximately 1.5 billion US dollars. We have H8, 800 million, Bitfarms, 700 million, Argo, 1.15 billion. We have Mara with 4.8 billion, close to 5. Yeah, then we have DigiHost. Can you see this down here? 88 million, so below 100 million. So yeah, that's very low. Then we have DMG Blockchain, something like 217 million, and Riot 4.8 million. So Riot and Mara are on the same level right now. The stock price is on the same level. The market cap is on the same level. So that's very interesting. Yeah. Then we can see the revenue of these companies here. So this is my estimation. I hope, yeah, it's with the hash rate they report us, so it should fit. I mean, Mara, I think it's a little bit too steep here, the red line. It should be a little bit more flat. I will correct this because they said, okay, they install these new miners step by step, and I have it here like in one big tranche. So this will be a little bit less steep here. So they may be a little bit down here, but you can see the revenue is between 450,000 and 350,000 of these top companies here. So they're making a lot of money. There was no drop here, only for Hive here a little bit because they had this crazy DeFi or transaction fee Ethereum bonus here in February. That's now down, but it could go up again. We could have this again, maybe even bigger. And down here we have these two smaller guys. We have DMG Blockchain Solution, which is a miner, but also have some other blockchain solutions here, also as a hoster. And then we have DigiHost down here with like, 60,000 US dollars or something like this in revenue per day. Yeah, you can also see that on the HODL side here, it's going up here only for these companies. Yeah, and here I have the BMX here. I will show you later here downwards this here. So the BMX here is my absolute indicator, which one has the most value right now. You can see Mara is the number one here. Close to 1 billion on the BMX here. Then we have Riot number 2, 570 billion. Then we have Hut 8, like 500 million. We have Hive Blockchain, 450 million. Then we have Argo, like 360 million. Then we have Bitfarms, 300 million. DMG Blockchain, 143 million. And DigiHost, 78 million on the BMX here. So then we have the BMXI, which is the BMX divided by market cap, and you can see here that especially DigiHost and DMG are very cheap, or they're very undervalued in this metric here. You can see this also in the chart that they tend to overshoot very hard, like they move like 300% in one leg up, then they're very overvalued, and then they go down to the lows before. So that's really crazy, and then they're very undervalued in this model here. But what's very interesting, I have here and here the BMX and the BMXI here from February when we had approximately these all-time highs from the miners. And you can see that, for example, Mara on the BMX here doubled since then. So it was, that time it was 488 million and it's now close to 1 billion. So it doubled approximately. Also Riot doubled here from 266 million to 571. So a little bit more than double. You can also see this for Argo, for Bitfarms, Hut 8 not. Hut 8 is like, increased like 50%. And we have Hive Blockchain, also maybe like 50% or so. But you can see that these mining stocks, they added a lot of value in that time in the last 2 months. And that's why the BMX here, you can see it's between, for example, for Mara, at that time it was at 0.1 and it's now 0.2. So it seems like it's doubled cheap at that time. So that time you could say they were overvalued. Now you can say they're probably undervalued. And the fair value is somewhere in between maybe. Also, you can see here for Hive Blockchain, for example, it was 0.15, now it's 0.3. Also for Hut 8, 0.36, now it's 0.6, and so on. Also here Bitfarms 0.18 to 0.39. Argo is really crazy from 0.12 to 0.31. So at that time it was really, you could argue it was a little bit overvalued. It has a nice shoot to the upside, but now it seems very cheap. So it's for all of these, and you can see that DigiHost right now is at 0.9. I haven't seen such a high number since Argo in December or so, when no one had Argo on the radar, and I was talking about this here on the BMX. I think it was at 1.2 or so Argo. It was like at 10 cents or so. That was really ridiculous. That were very great times, in my opinion. But also at that time, no one was believing in these stocks, especially in Argo. It was at 10 cents, and the people were asking, what is Argo? And in January, it was the most traded stock in the world or something like this. Not really, but it feels like. And everyone said we're going to $100 within 1 week. So this is crazy how fast this sentiment can change. I have seen this before. I tried to work with the data, and the data now shows me that they're at least a double cheap than in February. So that tells me that the market here it's fear, a little bit fear and greed. So when there is greed, these stocks overshoot, and when there's fear, these stocks, you can say undershoot or undervalued. So this is very important for my strategy for the future here. And I hope it helps you a little bit, guys. Okay, so I think next week we will see this Coinbase IPO. We will see maybe a Bitcoin move here, and we will hopefully see some big news from our companies here, from these crypto stocks. Because it was very quiet in the last few days, nothing happened here, to be honest. Only Riot had some big news, to be honest, with the new facility there. That was huge. But all the others, they were very quiet. And I hope they're waiting for Bitcoin to make a move, to get a sentiment change, and then to fire all of these news. For example, Argo is very, very quiet since 4 weeks or so. Also, Hut 8, no big news so far. Bitfarms also. That's gonna be a very interesting week in my opinion. It should be, because the last few weeks were not so exciting in my opinion. Okay, guys, so I wish you a great weekend. I hope we will have fun again soon. And let's see in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.